Hello everyone. So um, I'm traveling at the moment, so please disregard any background noise. People are having fun over here. So due to recent requests, I'll try to create a somewhat useful video to enlighten some users in how to use Anytype. Be advised, I'm not a natural-born English speaker, so be aware of that. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll try to clarify. I'll explain how I use my custom space, YAPKMS, or yet another personal knowledge management space. Okay, so the first time you open YAPKMS, you'll be greeted with this README file here. Okay, um, it's a note, it's a type note, and I'll explain everything in detail. I'll try to explain everything in detail. It's important to read it carefully to understand how this space is meant to work. Notice that this is a template you can download from gallery, but I won't be calling it a template so you don't confuse it with other templates in Anytype. This is already installed, okay? So I went to gallery over here, search for YAPKMS and install it in by creating a new space. I'm not going to do that now because my Wi-Fi is terrible over here. So, okay. Um, so I'd like to say that firstly, that although I believe this custom space may be enough for, I don't know, about 90% of your ordinary day-to-day PKM needs, it's important to notice that you should learn how Anytype works. So when you eventually need to create something different for your specific needs, you don't get stuck. I'll create a video after this one to show you how you can create something like this custom space for yourself. Okay, so let's just let me just set some things here. Okay. Um, okay, let's start by understanding relations, how they work, and what you can do with them. Um, Relations are useful to connect one Anytype object to another, or to use them as a filter. Okay, so in this README object here, you'll notice this gray background um, header. Here you can see the object type. It's a note. Okay, then there's a tag. Then there's an area relation. These are all relations. Okay. Then there's a rating relation and there's an archive relation. Okay. The node type is set. You can't change it anymore. Okay. Then there's this later tag that I use it as a readme later tool. Okay, and I'll explain later how this works. You can choose different tags. Okay, um, you'll notice that there are several groups of tags. You can create the type, the relation tag for anything really. So there are areas. This is a personal area. You can select several areas for one specific object. There's no problem with that. And this is rating. You can rate this article or you can rate any other objects. Okay, so, and this is the archive because this is using, my custom space is using the Paro system, which comprises projects, areas, resources, and archive. So if you want to delete these notes later, you're free to do so, but you can also archive it and it will be available to you if you want to read it later. Okay, so if you notice, I can't click here in archive right now or change the area or add a specific area or tags because this object is locked. You can see it here. It's locked. You can just click on this dot menu over here and unlock. And now you can change um, the areas or add another area or uh, add more tags, etc. Okay, let's continue. So, mhm, uh, there's of course these relations are not specific to this header here. Okay, so for example, these are relations also. Okay, and in the bottom part of this note. So you can add this is a type tag also. Okay, specific for the type of article or uh, note I'm using here. You can select more over here. Okay, so this is another relation called place and place there are already some set here. You can change this, you can delete it, change its color, change its name, create new ones. And this is the creation date with which I already set here for you to know when the specific object was created. Okay. Now keep in mind these relations in the header can be set here in this triangle menu here. Okay. So you can select the featured relations here. Okay. By adding new relations here. Just mark them as a star and they'll appear here in the, for example, let's go up here and remove archive and add um, attachments, see? And it goes up here in the header. So to edit relations in the header, you need to go to this, let me just do this, okay. Just click this triangle over here. Remember, you can only do so if the object is unlocked, okay? All right. So these headers are important to fill in, okay? So anytime you create an object, let's suppose you create a note or a bookmark, etc., task, whatever, it's important to fill these relations because it makes it easier for you to find them later, to get organized, and to link everything together, okay? So it's also important to notice that different objects may have different relations. For example, I'm going to create a task over here. Um, this task has tag also, area, rating, and archive as a previous note, but it also has due date, priorities, places, status, assignees, uh, and even notes you can add here, okay? Let me delete this. Okay, this is just an example. Um, okay, so another object that might be confusing to you is the page type object. And it's very similar to Note, uh, but it usually has a title. You will notice that this my templates for notes also has a title, but usually it doesn't. Okay, I prefer to use pages as a more complete way to perform. I don't know, to get organized. I like to use pages to to insert sets in it to get I don't know more stuff in it. In notes, I use them primarily for just text notes. Okay, but they are basically the same thing. It depends on how you configure them in your sets in your types, and I'll go through that later. Okay, so um, bear in mind that this is not a tool for you to be as organized as possible because that is not the way I would recommend you to use this tool, to use Anytype. I think it's important for you to use the search tool. Search tool can find anything for you, so try not to be very obsessed in keeping things organized. Just go ahead and fill these relations over here, and that should suffice. Okay, now let's make this personal space ready for you to use. Okay, we'll start by going here, and you need to change your space name. So I don't know. That's my my personal space. You can change its icon. Let's select something random. Okay, you can share your space with people. Um, can manage its files. Um, by the way, you can see here I have 50 gigs. It's because I'm a nightly user. So keep in mind that this version of Anytype may not be exactly like your version. It has some new stuff um, that I'll show you right now. So it's important to change the home page. Go here to existing object and select PKM. Why? Because it's our main dashboard. Okay. Of course, you can select anything else. And default object type, I'd like to select note as well. Okay. You can use page as well. There's no problem with that. All right. Now this is done. Um, another thing you should do is to organize this. Okay. So you may see here, let me see, where is it? There is, where is that thing? Find it here. Resources, images, this image. See, this sidebar is the same sidebar when you download MySpace from the gallery. You'll see the sidebar is organized like this. So let's do the same. So there's archive, resources, tasks, notes, PKM. Archive, resources, tasks, notes, PKM. Let's do that. Archive, notes, I'll remove the notes from the favorites as well. So we already have archive here. Let's add notes, notes, just to keep it organized. Oh, it's not notes, is it? I think I made a mistake. No, yeah, archive resources, tasks, notes, and PKM. Keep it open here. Archives, notes, Jesus, forgive my. Let me fix this menu. 20 minutes. Okay, that's it. Archive, resources, tasks, notes, and PKM. Okay, so now it's exactly like the picture. All right. You'll notice there's the calendar widget here. It doesn't show exactly like this on the mobile app. Okay. And there's the recently edited. Um, okay. Now, another thing we need to do when you import space like this YAPKMS, you'll notice that the templates are not set. The default templates are not set. So you need to go to all objects, go into types here, go to all of these individually. For example, you see the blank template is set as default. So this is not ideal. So You go here, you see the template with the gray background in the header. You just select as default template. Okay. Let's go to bookmarks also. Set as default, and we need to do this one by one. I know it's a pain, but it's sorry. So I don't think the class notes has a template made by me. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. So set as default template. Collection no, company. Set as default templates. Contacts. Set as default templates. Course is already as default template. That's weird. Okay, no problem. Diary entry. Yeah, I haven't created a template for everything, but okay. Um, goal set as default templates. Human again. This is important because I'm going to show you some examples in how I add content to Anytype, and I want it to be all ready. So I'm in human, image shapes and templates, movie, okay, set as default template, notes, set as default template, page, yeah, it's mostly blank, but okay, set as default templates, projects, set as default templates, recipe, task, set as default templates, and feed. No, okay. So it's ready. Now basically the space is ready for you to use. I also like to change this. I don't like. I think this header takes too much space, so I'm going to change this. This object is locked. No, it's unlocked already. Okay, so I can change this. So basically, I'm going here and add a brain. I prefer it like this. So let's remove this guy. Okay, that's cleaner. And you can do this to all the pages. So for example, you can go to notes um, and do the same. Okay. Okay. You see how it changes here. Okay. Um, you can set them all like that. I prefer them, but it's up to you. Okay, now, oh yeah, if you noticed all the something I forgot, all the templates are as entitled. Okay, so there's no title to it. Why? Because it makes it easier to add content. So when you create a new note, um, for example, let me create a note here. Um, you can start by typing. You don't need to delete the title first to start typing. So I think that's it makes it quicker to add content. Um, so we already organized the sidebar. Okay. So let me explain to you some areas in groups, um, groups of areas. These blue areas. So I've already set up preset some areas for you to use. It's actually the areas I use. So these blue areas are all belonging to personal areas. The green ones belong to education, and the pink one is work. Um, so when you go to personal, you'll see everything comprised in these areas. Okay, so all of these areas will be here as well. But if you want to see something specific to a related area, you can just click on it and you'll see it. It will appear inside the area. So for example, for work, there should be something here. Yeah, there's a task here. Okay. Um, I'll show you later how to add an area so you can understand how it works and how you can place it in this dashboard. Okay, and how to organize this dashboard, create a new set, and to get you started. Um, okay, you can now add your stuff by clicking on the plus icon. It's important to use this plus icon here to create new objects. So this way you'll know for sure that you'll be using the correct template. For example, if I click on task here, you'll see I'm using the correct template. Um, this is uh, this is very useful, but you'll notice there's a bug in bookmarks. Let me see if I can show you. So if I create a bookmark, it's not using the default template that I've set before. So it's important that you click over here, the top header here, and select the template. So you see now it changed. Uh, by adding a bookmark, you can just insert the bookmark here, the URL, like let's see google.com, for example, and click here and click on reload from source. It will fill the title and the description for you as well. Okay, just give us the time. My internet is very slow. And there it is. Okay, I'm going to delete this for now. All right, so and that was just a summary. I'll continue in the README file just to finish this area. Okay, so basically areas are pages with a set that reflects every object filtered for its area. The already existing areas have a set called database. This set shows every type of object separated by tabs. Let me show you. So this is the main set, okay? Uh, I basically reuse this set and just change its filter, okay? And I'll show you how to do that. So where was I? Okay. This chat shows every type of object separated by tabs. Feel free to add or delete areas as you wish. You'll find there is already a template for those too. You just need to adjust the filters to reflect the new area name in each database tab, like the picture below. Okay, just add the selected area to the set and it's ready. The already existing areas are divided by three groups. Personal, which comprises of all the areas that belong to each group, and they're colored in blue. So when you open an area group personal, you'll see the filter is showing you everything from within the group, health, family, etc. Then you have education in teal, which has courses and books, and finally working peak. If you want to browse for an object related to a specific area instead of an area group, just open the area directly. Understanding existing sets. You'll find multiple existing sets in this space. They are organized as follows. Notes are organized as type of notes, class notes, recipes, and pages. Okay, I'll show you how that works. So I go to notes, and you'll see here these tabs. There are notes, pages, recipes, and class notes. Okay, um, let's go. So projects and tasks has projects, goals, tasks, and calendars. Let's open projects, objectives, tasks, and calendars. Okay. Um, tasks shows only tasks. This is useful to view tasks in the dashboard of YAPKMS page. It might seem redundant, but for now, it's the better solution for you to view your current and upcoming tasks without interfering in other sets. Projects have goals and goals have tasks. This is important, but you can create them individually without the need to link them. Okay, it's up to you. Calendar displays the days you have tasks assigned to. This set has a widget of its own with a selectable interface. This one again. All right, no. So later, as I explained previously, is used as a read it later tool. Um, this set is not in the favorites. Uh, you can see here there's no later. So the set appears here in the dashboard, but it's not in the favorites. If you want to, just click here, open the set, and click here to add them to the favorites. There it is. Okay. I prefer it to be only in the dashboard. Let's remove it from favorites here. Okay. So let's go. Resources is where you can find everything else. So bookmarks, images, videos, movies, audios, books, files, and contacts. And database is a set that comprehendes all of these previous sets in a way that's easier to visualize. Its purpose is to simplify your areas. Each area has a database set with area-specific filters. Finally, there's a set in the travel area that filters text selection of places and destinations. And I'll show you how that works in a second. So for example, let's create a note here. You type something here and to eat in Beijing. And you select the tag here, Beijing, for example, create the option, and there's a place. Now, if you go to PKM and let's say this, and travel, you'll see this set, places and destinations, now has a note to eat in Beijing. Okay. Now, let's create an area for you to understand how this works. I'll go to this is the main dashboard here. Now I'll create an area. Just click on the plus sign here, go to the search tool, select area. Okay, now let's call this area important. You'll notice this area already has a database set. Okay, we just need to fill the correct filters. So as I said previously, just go to filters and in area, select has all of, adds, and puts important units. So anytime you create an object, for example, a note, and select the area important, it will appear on that specific set. Okay, there it is. Now let's add this set to the main dashboard. So this area to the main dashboard. Just click on this plus, just just move your mouse over here, click on the plus sign, and type link. Add link, select importance. Okay. Now you can preview. You can set the icon size. You can set if you wanted to have show the cover or not. If you want a text or card preview, background color, and there it is. Oh, but I want this area to be a little smaller. There's no problem. You can just press this button again and do it like this. Okay. You want it smaller? There's no problem. Just drag another object again and again until you have the right size. Okay. Now you'll notice that oh, this one is it's a little tight. It looks squeezed. So let's just pull it below here, for example. Or better yet, let's control Z. Let's pull this one over here. Okay. And now I can delete this one and this one and all the blank spaces. Okay, so I have these ones. You can see that I'm using actually a 14-inch laptop, so it's a little tight over here, but you can go to layout and select the layout width and make it wider. Okay, that looks better. Now let's create a new set. You see over here, for example, there's show you something. The sidebar, there's recently edited set, but this is actually a widget from Anytype, and there's no set. You won't find a set anywhere of recently edited. So we need to create one. I want to create a new set over here in the dashboard. If you go to the graph over here, you won't find that set, and if you search for it, you won't find it either. Okay, so let's create this guy. I'll create it from the dashboard. Let's search for sets, okay, recently edited. The object type will be a relation. In this case, last modified date, okay? So now let's add, oh, will be, I'll add a new tab. Let's change this view and name it today. And let's filter for creation. The last modified date is today. Okay, so it will show everything we edited today. Okay, and then we're going to right click and duplicate this tab, and we'll name it previous. And we can already change the filter to is before today. It's going to show everything that was edited before today. I'd like to add some relations here. So for example, let's see, go over here in settings and in relations, add last modified date and object type. Oh, I can't see any object type here. So now there it is. So now you know when it was edited for the last time and what type of object it is. Okay, let's do that to the same tab as well, to the other tab. Okay, so go to relations, last modified date, oops, and object type. You'll see, since I've already added object type to relations, to the relations area, I can just select it. I don't need to add it again to the same tab, okay? So today in previous, cool. And now let's get out of here. And you see, oops, this is not what I want. Actually, I just created a set and this is a link to the set, but I don't want a link. I want the set placed inside this dashboard. So I'm going to delete this. This is just going to delete the link, not the sets we just created, okay? Okay, so now I'll just press this key. I forgot the name for this, this key, it's okay. And type inline. And we want to add an inline set. And recently edited is what you want, okay? So if you can see here, it's exactly like the widgets on the sidebar. So I think now we have something that you can work with. Let me just show you how I create a task and some other objects for you to understand how it works. Let me create a task here. It's already using the default templates. Task create my own custom space in Anytype. Right. Tag. Let's place a tag in later, for you to understand how it works. And technology, and the area is going to be education. All right. And the due date is going to be tomorrow. Priority high. No place, status to do, assignee myself. All right. Okay, so we created a task. Keep in mind, Anytype doesn't yet have reminders and notifications, okay? It has notifications in the latest version, but it's limited to chats, all right? So, okay, let's see how that works. You can see in the dashboard, there's a task, create my own custom space for Anytype. All right, there's to do, and there's a date, and there's a priority, okay? Um, you can change this, oops, you can say, change this layout. You can change the way it's sorted, if it's ascending, descending, whatever, priority, etc. Uh, there's a this week, right? And upcoming over here, and on the left here, you'll see on the calendar, you'll see. Let's open this projects and tasks. On the calendar, you'll see there's a task on the 28th. All right. So this is how it works. If you go ahead and tick this, let me take this on the over here so you understand how it works. If you tick this, it's going to disappear and it is going to archive. All right. So you're going to find it here. Create my custom space in Anytype. This is the archive space. Um, okay. Now let's go to PKM again, and you see that's already here in later because there's a tag later. All right. So it's like a readme later tool. Another thing important to notice is that the archive relation here. For example, this README file is no longer useful to you. Just click on archive and it's gone away, right? Uh, oops, still later with a later tag. Let's remove the tag. Right. This one is already marked as done, so you can remove it from here as well. And it will be in the recently edited, and the note will be in the archive section as well. All right, cool. Another thing you can do is in your personal, oops, in your personal space, personal area, you can change this icon here to make it look more like yourself. I don't know if you're a blonde man with a yellow, bald old man. Um, I don't know. You can customize it as you prefer. Now, we have added bookmarks and notes and tasks. Um, let's try a task from, let's try a bookmark from Clipper, for example. Okay, so I have YouTube over here. My internet is lousy. Click on the web clipper and type web clipper. I have to say this web clipper is not very useful at the moment. Sometimes it's stuck like this time. Oops. Oh, come on. Work, damn you. Yeah, it's stuck. Okay, there it is. Now you'll just select the space you want to add your content to. Um, wow, this yeah, it's clearly not working very well. Not working at all. All right, forget about it. This is since my version is a nightly beta. There are some issues with it. Okay, let me just show you some differences. We have now a cool chat you're going to see in the upcoming versions, right? Uh, but I won't get into it right now. It's very incomplete, but it's we're getting there. Now let's go to your personal space. Um, one thing that a lot of people have trouble with is, let me open a set, for example, notes. Yeah, sure, why not? One thing that people have lots of difficulty with is these relations. When you create a set, the relations are linked to the type of objects that you're using. Okay, so some relations won't appear here, and they won't appear here as well in the filters. So what you need to do is um, when you create a type of object, and this I will go through better in a later video, and I'll try to explain how you can create types of objects and relations and how to link them all together and make them work because um, well, it's the base of Anytype and it's very useful for you. So when you create a type of object, you need to select the relations that it should have. So for example, bookmark, you can see here relations. It has a description and a tag. Okay, so these relations are important. So a class note, yeah, it hasn't relations at all. Um, and sometimes you'll see how important these relations are. So for example, you can see here recipes have description, ingredients, tag, and time. Okay, the time it takes you to create the recipe, etc. Um, and yeah, that's about it. This video. Um, I would like to show how to add stuff from bookmarks from the Clipper, but it's not working very well. So there's that. Oh, another thing I would suggest you to change. Go to preferences and um, display objects in the full screen if you have a small display like mine, for example. Automatically show and hide the sidebar. This is useful as well. And um, hide the menu bar. I don't like that, the menu bar up top. So I'll just hide it. And if I want to see it again, I'll just press the Alt key and it shows. That's about it. You can change the date format here and the time format to 24 hours as well if you prefer. Change the color modes. I'm actually using system. You can set it to dark. It looks great. I usually use dark anyway, but okay. You can set a pin code to when you open Anytype. You can set a pin code to access your space. You can control your spaces over here. Data management. Um, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and sorry about my accent and if I wasn't thorough enough, but I'll be here to answer any questions you may have. Right? Bye bye. Thank you.